Otherwise, I really see Barcelona becoming something like Milan. So Milan was
Yeah,
huge 15 years back. They had Maldini and all these big names, but look at Milan now. So yeah, that is one good name. One good thing that you mentioned was you took De Jong's name, and I think De Jong, unlike Coutinho, Griezmann, or any of these big transfers, he can really be the future for Barcelona. Uh, I think his natural position is as the lone CDM, and right now he is being asked to play the number 8 position, which I don't think is his best position. So I think Barcelona should try phasing Busquets out. As good as Busquets has been, in my opinion, the best CDM in the last 10 or 12 years, whatever you want to call it. But I think he's lost his legs, so maybe it's time to phase him out. Over the next season or two, and get De
you can.
Jong to be that.
I feel Busquets should be like should bring him on after 60 minutes when we are 2-0 up. He'll
True,
control the game. That's not an issue. That's
definitely.
not a problem. You can keep him for 1 or 2 years. With
Yeah,
all
phase
due
him out.
respect,
Phase him out. Yeah, phase him out and prepare De Jong for the
yeah.
Busquets role, which
And
I
what
don't see
about
happening.
Messi?
Sorry,
Messi.
Messi. Yeah, I think. Whoa, What do you think? Do you think that Barcelona are over reliant on Messi, the way they play their game, the
Too
way they
much.
function right
Too
now?
much. I don't understand that fact that when you have an open goal in front of you, why don't you just go and shoot? Why do you always look at Messi? You know
Yeah,
why? I mean, just go and shoot. Nobody is going to tell you why didn't you pass the ball to Messi. And the worst part about Griezmann is he does the same thing. Why you are playing on the left wing? Why are you trying to give a ball to Messi? I really don't understand. He's just standing over there. I feel he should become a go and center back, yeah. He comes so much behind. Like he's not making those runs what you want. Like why are you giving the ball to Messi? Why? I really don't
yeah.
understand. Waste.
Yeah, I think what we've discussed, the problem arises from the fact that he's not a natural left winger or a winger, particularly. So he looks lost sometimes. I mean, the way a striker tracks back and the way a winger tracks back, there's a difference in that. And a lot of times Griezmann looks a bit lost. And because the play is Barcelona's playing style revolves so much around Messi, that everyone is trying to feed Messi all the time. And I think Griezmann is trying to be a part of that, but it's clearly not working out for him. So I think the best solution will be to phase Suarez out, get Griezmann to play that central striker role so that he can be more involved. He's good at hold up play and bringing others into play, but he needs to be in the center for that and not out wide on the left. Let Ansu Fati play that role, or maybe someone else from the academy.
But how will you phase out Messi? That's
Ah,
my
no, I
question.
was talking about phasing out Suarez. I think
No,
Messi will
no.
still go on.
Somewhere down the line, now he's 32, 33. He just celebrated his birthday 1 week ago or something.
Yeah.
What about him? Like, we going to become an ex AC Milan once he goes, or like who will take that role? Like, I'm not talking about left wing or anything. Who is going to be the face of Barcelona?
Yeah, I mean, for me personally speaking, he is the best player ever, and from what I've seen, what I've heard of players in the past as well, I think just what my eyes witness every time he's on the ball, he's clearly special, and I don't think there will ever be another Messi, so it will be impossible to replace him. I think what the solution to this will be getting a good manager who can think of another tactic, because right now the tactic is clearly revolving around Messi. I think the day he decides to hang up his boots 6 months in advance, the board should plan to get in a manager who can think of the future. And that will depend on a few factors, maybe depending on the players that are at the club at that point. Maybe they can start revolving their game around Ansu Fati, or we never know. Barcelona might just go out in the market and buy another one or two really good attacking players. Let's see how much of Messi I mean, how much he can still offer to the game. 2 years, 3 years. I think it's really going to be down to the management taking the decision and the board handling the responsibility to a good manager, and then he can take care of things from there.
Yeah, let's see.
So
And
it's it's definitely gonna be a wait and watch scenario from here.
What is going to happen?
True, true.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we covered most of the points. Any thoughts about this year's Champions League? We will see one-off games in August, I think. Who do you
Yeah.
think? Who do you think are the favorites to lift the trophy this time?
For me, the favorites are Bayern Munich, Barcelona, of course, and I feel that there can be a surprise from a, like say a small club might be going to the top four, but I think with the amount of form Bayern Munich is in, or say Manchester City, since
Yeah,
Liverpool is out, Manchester City
yeah,
also very good team, and
yeah,
since they are not into the title race anymore, I feel Guardiola will definitely he because City is like we want something now. Like we have just got a Premier League last season, if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken, because I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
follow
They've
the EPL.
they've been relentless. I think 198
Yeah,
points in the last two seasons
yeah.
in the Premier League. Yeah,
So like there's going to be 15 to 20 days of players will be fresh,
yeah,
and the attacking prowess that they have, I think they are also very top contenders, Barca. But then Barca, I don't get that feeling, that
true.
when Neymar was there, I used to get that feeling. But since he's left
Definitely.
the club,
Yeah, I think
and if
name.
if Real Madrid qualifies by hook, I don't know. They are also a very good side. Yeah, these three clubs are the only ones that I can see
Yeah,
lifting
I
the
think you
trophy.
you you're bang on about Neymar. I think Neymar leaving Barcelona has really affected both the parties. So it has affected Barcelona as much as it has affected Neymar. If he would have
Hmm.
stayed, we never know. Barcelona might have gone on to win maybe two more Champions League, if not three. Because when he was there, Barcelona were always favorites, but we can't
Hmm.
say that anymore given their recent history. I think you're really right about Manchester City, and I think they have a great chance. And the reason why I say this is because if you look at the history when it comes to Champions League winners, it has always been teams who were a bit underwhelming in the league that season, which is
Hmm.
why we rarely see teams doing a double or a treble. So I think City having already lost out on the Premier League title, Liverpool have won it mathematically. So it's impossible for City to go out and win. I think Guardiola will be really looking at the Champions League trophy, and he will just do everything. And we
Everything,
saw,
yes.
yeah, we saw how they performed at the Bernabeu. I think we've not seen any other English team give that kind of performance at Real Madrid's stadium. So yeah, I think it's open. I think I will put it down to uh, between a Man City or a Bayern Munich. They both really are the favorites for me right now.
And one more thing is that there's not going to be two-legged ties, so that could add to
Exactly. Yeah, I think
another
in two-leg
thing.
ties, Guardiola has a tendency to overcomplicate things because of his recent semi-final and quarter-final exits. So I think that one-leg format might really do a favor to Barcelona. Sorry, not Barcelona, to Guardiola, because of his instincts. He's the kind of guy who will just ask his players to go out and attack and attack. And we all know that City on their day can just put five, six, seven
Six
past
goals,
any of
yeah.
them. Yeah, they're crazy. So yeah, let's see how it turns out. Should be an interesting finale to the season, and yeah, let's hope for some good football, and let's hope that COVID-19 goes away very soon,
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
watch.
Home
It's
sick,
a bit
yeah.
weird. It's a
Cannot
bit
go
weird
anywhere.
watching games without the crowd and the atmosphere.